everyone, it's Reagan and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. I'm so excited about this vlog because I am reading one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and I know many of you guys love this series and have also been really excited about this book too. So I just feel like it's going to be a bit of a bonding experience between you guys and myself, and I'm just really looking forward to it. But without further ado, let's chat about the book I plan to read over the course of this weekend. Matilda's just so excited as well, but drumroll please. We've entered The Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare reading vlog. Here's the deal. I want to read hopefully this entire thing over the course of this one weekend. This book is over 650 pages, so I did give myself a bit of a head start, and I've read 81 pages before the start of this video. And I'm happy to report 81 pages. Cassandra Clare has come out swinging. The angst is at 100 already. She's pulled me in. I am trapped within this Shadowhunter world and I do not want to leave. I have already remembered how much I love everyone. I've remembered all the storylines that have destroyed me last time, all the characters I love. I'm just happy to be here. It's great so far. But yeah, so this is what I plan to read throughout the course of this vlog, and I cannot wait. I'm not gonna lie, my March TBR has been one just giant bundle of emotional distress for a variety of different reasons, and so it just felt right to continue the pain on and read Chain of Iron, because I feel like this is going to be so dramatic in the best way possible and just wring my heart out, and I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait for all of the just everything. But yeah, welcome to the start of this vlog. Welcome. I've officially started this vlog, so I can now go put pajamas on officially. I wanted to start it when I was still properly dressed and wearing jeans, but now that this clip is over, it's time for PJs. And just like that, I'm changed. My mirror is so dusty, oh my gosh. But I'm changed and ready for the weekend. I think I'm gonna make myself a 5 o'clock coffee. It's been a minute, but I think I'm gonna make a latte, which has been even a longer minute. It just sounds super good. So let's get cracking on that. Yum. Also, you know, small New York apartment vibes. Brewing my coffee next to my oyster sauce. Delish. Cheers, friends. I'm gonna go read more Chain of Iron now. I am gonna drink this and I am actually gonna start dinner soon because Clay and I are feeling quite peckish, but I do want to read more because I'm already so invested in Chain of Iron. It really did not take long. But before I do actually read more, I thought, because I've read 81 pages, I wanted to kind of share initial thoughts and feelings as well as just some context for this series if you're not familiar. So the Last Hour series is set during the turn of the century and it's set in London. We follow a huge variety of characters, all kind of close and connected in a variety of ways, but generally how Shadowhunter books are set up, that there are two central characters that are like destined to be destroyed by one another for one reason or another, kind of at the center, and then there's a bunch of secondary characters kind of intersecting and orbiting around them, and all of the characters you kind of just fall in love with. One aspect of the series I just really enjoy is the time period and the setting. I feel like it mixes the propriety of the London social scene during this time with Shadowhunter politics and Shadowhunter drama of like killing demons really well, and just makes for a really dramatic and fun story. But obviously the core and the reason why Shadowhunter novels are amazing are the characters. You fall in love with the characters, and Cassandra Clare thinks of just new and painful ways to rip characters apart and create agonizing situations that just make you want to scream, but there's just so much angst that you can't put these books down. Primarily, the Last Hour series follows two main characters, James Harrendell, the son of Will Harrendell, hello, and Cordelia. These two characters are kind of like the two trunks of the storyline, but there's a bunch, again, of secondary characters connected to them that you fall in love with, not only their separate storylines, but how they are connected, and just deal with everyone. Like, everyone loves each other and you just can't help but fall in love with them too. Cordelia and James's plot line is immaculate. Just the drama and just the dark magic and the curse that is just surrounding them, creating a situation where they're both pining so hard and yet can't be together. impeccable. Cassandra Clare, a genius. Outside of these two characters, we have a group of bros around James, Matthew, Christopher, and Thomas, whom you all love. They all have very fun, distinct personalities, and their camaraderie and friendship is very admirable, and I always love reading about their own individual storylines, but also I love seeing them together. They're great. Around Cordelia, we have Lucy, who is James' sister. She's a writer, she's really spunky, and she herself has a very separate storyline to deal with necromancy and a ghost, which she's great. And then we also have Cordelia's brother, Alistair, who is the grumpiest, meanest, but secretly soft and lovable older brother that you can't help but root for. Then we have the misunderstood and the villains. So first and foremost, Grace Blackthorne. You know her, you love her, you hate her. She's this weird daughter of a weird family who has kind of like trapped James in a relationship with her, trapped his heart. It's complicated. Outside of that, there's a bunch of underworld dealings with demons naturally trying to destroy humanity and shadow hunters and metal, you know? So I would say, in summary, that's the summary of the Last Hour series, but obviously there's a bunch of stuff going on from there. It's great, it's fun, it's entertaining, so much magic. Again, the banter, again, the angst and the drama, you're not gonna wanna put it down. It's great, and I cannot wait to get started, but I thought it only made sense to give you guys a bit of an overview of this world to hopefully, one, get you to read it, but two, kinda so you know what's going on. But I am going to read now. I'm 120 pages in. I've just read through the wedding scene and the house tour scene, MTV Crib style, and I am not okay. How is there this much angst with so much left of this book? How am I gonna survive this? I do not know. All right, stepping away from reading and screaming, to be honest, but honestly a perfect timing because I could use a bit of stress relief with some cooking, and that brings me to the sponsor of this video, which is Blue Apron, which I'm honestly over the moon about. Let me set you up, let's chat about it. All right, friends, actually wait, let me put on my literal Blue Apron to talk about this. So if you have been watching my channel, you would know that I love cooking. Cooking for me is one of my biggest stress relievers. I think it's such a fun way to kind of like get my creativity out, and I just love food in general, so cooking has always been one of my favorite activities. And if you've been watching my vlogs recently, you know that I have been loving Blue Apron. So that is why I'm actually so thrilled to be partnering with them, because truly I'm such a fan of their service. But Blue Apron is a meal delivery kit service. They allow you to select from up to 23 different recipes every single week, and all of their recipes really run the gamut to fit a variety of different dietary needs out there. And for me personally, I have fallen in love with their recipes for a variety of reasons. One, their ingredients are always super fresh. I love how everything is packaged and sent directly to my door. I hate grocery shopping, but I love cooking, and so Blue Apron makes my life so much easier. But on top of that, I really love their recipes. I feel like not only is everything delicious, I also feel like I am growing and learning and trying not only new ingredients, but just new techniques. And ever since I started using Blue Apron, I just feel like I've learned all new different types of skills, and it's just so much fun to make their recipes, and every single one has been so delicious. I of course am going to be cooking one of those delicious meals for both Clay and I to eat tonight, literally for dinner, but to also show you guys, and I'm really excited to make it. But before I dive into that itself, I do of course have an offer for you guys, which is I have a link in my description that will give you $80 off across 4 boxes. Hi friends, Future Reagan in here, because I wanted to let you know that they're actually running a flash sale right now through March 21st, where you can actually get $100 off across 5 boxes. So I'll have a link to that as well down in the description, but let's get back to cooking, which is a really fantastic deal. Again, I have been loving Blue Apron. The recipes are delicious and filling, the serving sizes are amazing, and honestly I find that the actual produce is always really fresh and delicious as well. So let's talk about the actual food we will be making this evening. LOL at the book tripod that I was using, but let's talk food now. All right, so this is what I am making tonight: Southern style chicken and creamy relish. It looks so good, and it only is gonna take me about 20 to 30 minutes, so perfect for a weeknight dinner. And of course, all the instructions are on the back, so super easy to follow, should be absolutely delicious. I of course love how everything comes bundled together. It's super easy to kind of just track all of your ingredients and prep everything to make a delicious and perfect meal. So let's begin. Alrighty friends, I have created the sauce for the chicken, and I've prepped my green beans, chopped my garlic, and I have my rice on to boil. And now I'm about to start actually cooking the green beans, but it's already coming together. Next step is prep the sliced chicken in cornstarch and just a variety of seasonings. And while that is going, also saute green beans with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and that delicious chopped garlic. Set your delicious green beans aside to put under some foil, and now begin the cooking process for the cornstarch covered chicken. It's gonna get nice and golden. And then the last step is to coat all these delicious golden brown chicken pieces in this sauce and then plate. And just like that, dinner is done. It looks and smells so good. I can't wait to sit on the couch and chow down with Clay and watch some anime. Again, big shout out to Blue Apron for sponsoring this video. I am truly such a huge fan of their service. And again, I do have that really great offer if you're interested, linked in my description, so definitely check that out. But now, I can't wait any longer. I am going to eat dinner. Time to enjoy. Looks so good. And of course, anime. Aided by all the proper movie watching snacks, Clay and I are about to watch Booksmart, which is a movie we've been literally planning to watch for like 2 years. So Clay and I are a sucker for a coming of age indie film. It's definitely one of our favorite genres. So we're gonna watch this now, and then I am definitely going back to reading. All right, Booksmart is watched, which by the way, very charming movie, would recommend, really funny. But now I'm going to go back to reading Chain of Iron. It's funny, before I started this book and kind of when I was planning to do a weekend reading vlog for this, I was a little nervous. I was like, it's 650 pages. Like, that's a lot of pages for me personally in like one weekend. But I've read 120 pages. I'm already so committed to this story. I feel like it won't be as terrifying as a task as I initially thought. One of the reasons why this book is so entertaining and why I have been anticipating it all year is because I knew the second one was going to be utilizing one of my favorite romance tropes and just like amping it up to a whole new agonizing level, historical romance tropes, and that is marriage of convenience. And it's already happening and I'm already screaming. Like, I am here for it. It's going to be so good. I can already tell Cassandra Clare is just gonna drag it out in the most wonderfully painful way, and I can already see like all of the opportunities that this trope is gonna provide to the story, which is just gonna make it so incredible. Okay, I'm going to read now. My plan is to try to get over the 200 page mark tonight, and that'll keep me on track, I feel like, to finish by Sunday evening. But I just wanted to check in and let you know that it's destroying me already. You know, like James locked the door and it was a lot. Good morning, everyone. I always miss time when the coffee's done brewing. All right, so this morning I'm first going to upload my video that's going live today, but I'm also really happy to report I read over 200 pages yesterday, so I'm definitely tracking so far to be able to finish this, which is very, very exciting. So editing first, and I'm definitely gonna read. I'm gonna try to get to page 250, maybe 300 this morning, and then get dressed and ready for the day because I'm in, you know, pajamas, and I just woke up. A delicious breakfast of Eggo waffles. And I am back to reading my my Shadowhunter book was what I was gonna say, but Chain of Iron. I'm almost on the 250 page mark, and then I'll give you guys an update. Hi friends, I've been having the laziest Saturday morning. And I've honestly just been reading. I am now almost to page 300, and I thought I haven't really updated you guys about anything with this book because I've just been too busy reading it. But to be honest, I'm loving it so much. Like, it's so entertaining, it's so dramatic, it's pulled me in every way, shape, and form. And obviously I feel like I've talked a lot about kind of the central two characters, which is James and Cordelia. They're kind of angsty, will they, won't they, dramatic curse keeping them kind of apart that just is agonizing to read. But outside of them, and them being two lovely characters that you just can't help but root for, there's just this huge cast of characters, which I also feel like I've touched on, but I just really want to make sure to emphasize that, like, their subplots are just as intriguing and excellent and heartbreaking for their own reasons. I think there's like at least 3 other sub-romances happening throughout this story, and you can't help just to fall in love with everyone and just everything that's going on. Particularly, I have to say, I have to shout out one, Alistair and Thomas's back and forth. I just love Alistair. He's just grumpy, he's sad, he's kind of angry, and he's like trying to go through this path of redemption, and their back and forth like breaks my heart, and I just want both of them to be happy so much. And then there's Lucy, who is this really spunky, vibrant young writer and best friends to Cordelia. And you can't help but fall in love with not only her friendship with Cordelia and their dynamic together, which is lovely to read, but there's also, of course, her own dramatic romance kind of present within the story too, which you just can't help but really appreciate. And then lastly, there's Anna. She has a wonderful wardrobe, throws really cool parties, and basically every woman in town falls in love with her, and she of course is terrified of letting her heart be broken. And there's just all of these dynamics are happening throughout the story, and it's just amazing. On top of that, the paranormal element is also starting to kind of let it be known. Obviously this is a Shadowhunter book, there are demons, there's a mystery outside of all the romance and character plot lines that are happening, and there's this sort of Jack the Ripper, Jekyll and Hyde vibe kind of happening within this tale. There are a bunch of murders with an unknown murderer, and it doesn't seem to be able to be associated back to demons, and just like the time period and the setting kind of just makes you think of these like classic famous villain bad guys. So not only is everyone having a dramatic relationship entanglement, there are murders to be solved as well, and it's just so engaging. I cannot put this book down, but I am going to put it down for a bit, and I'm gonna get dressed, kind of get ready to face the day. I will definitely be doing more reading today. I want to read at least to page 400 to kind of make sure I'm keeping track to finish this book by the end of this weekend. But I'll say this is reading so quickly. I think it's even better than the first one in terms of like pulling me in immediately. It's just like classic fun Shadowhunter stuff, you know? Like Cassandra Clare at her best in this series. Truly, it has everything you would want in an angsty YA fantasy, paranormal, urban fantasy story. It's got it all, and I cannot put it down. I got dressed in one of my most prized possessions, this embroidered strawberry zip up from Loft Lou & Grey. So I will try to find some sort of fruit version that they might have, but it's so soft. Lou & Grey makes the softest stuff. Anyway, I'm just so excited it's spring and I can bring out my strawberry clothes again. Clay and I are going on a walk with Matilda, and he copied my outfit.
It's actually the other way around. I was already wearing
Matilda is out in the sun, living her best pug life, being a mayhem. We have made it to the park, though it is usually much nicer when the trees start to bloom, but it's still a grand old time. Weekend walks with a view in Clay's head. Little beach area, and then of course the Brooklyn Bridge, sort of. It's blocked by a bunch of trees. Matilda's up there. Such a champ she is. A well-deserved post-walk bagel, and we're watching more March
9th. Can you just
March it come in like a lion, something like that. It's so good.
March comes like a lion.
Hi everyone. So post that 3 mile walk Clay and I went on in Bagel, I won't lie, I took a solid hour-and-a-half nap on this Saturday, just having a very relaxing time. I'm obviously now doing a bit of a hair mask, which I'm gonna let sit for a good hour, and during that time I am going to read. Quick reminder, I'm on page 270, so I'm going to try to get well over the 300 page mark during this little reading sprint session I'm about to go on. Then I'm gonna wash out this hair mask, maybe do a face mask. I love Matilda. But I'm very excited. I'm so addicted to this book. It just feels fun. Like, I have been a fangirl of Cassandra Clare for so long. Like, Cassandra Clare books have been a part of my life for such a long time, since I was like 12. So these books are always really fun to pick up, and I'm always just really impressed because I really do feel like with each series, Cassandra Clare improves her craft each time. I think the characters and the stories have become more dynamic and more interesting. I also feel like she includes a more diverse range of relationship types, and just in general, I just feel like they've gotten better and better and better. So I just enjoy it. I'm glad I can still be a fangirl wearing my shower cap at the age of 26 because I'm not quite ready to let these go. So I'm going to sit down and read now, and I'll update you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, I've reached the 330 page mark. I am making excellent progress in this book, and the level of angst is definitely slowly destroying me. Just the creativity that Cassandra Clare has to keep characters apart in a logical fashion that just like destroys you but doesn't make you hate the story because it's logical that there's all these issues that are going on, if that makes sense. But obviously I'm flying through this. I don't think I've read a book this quickly in a minute, and I can't stop thinking about this. It's so good. Dang. I truly cannot stop wearing this hoodie from Madewell. But obviously I am now laundered, and I was able to do a bit more reading, and I have passed the 350 page mark. I'm now going to take a break for the evening, hang out with Clay, who has left to go pick us up some pizza. We're having a bit of a date night. It's really just like any other night in our life, just adding some pizza and calling it a date. But we're gonna watch anime and just hang out, enjoy some tasty food, and probably watch March Comes In Like a Lion, because we're just like both so emotionally invested into that story. It's just one of the most beautiful animes I've ever seen. So that is the plan for this evening. Basketball's on right now, but soon. Turning that off, it's anime time. It's pizza night and anime night. Bon appetit. Yum. Good morning, everyone. It is daylight savings time, so while I technically woke up early, it's really like mid-morning already. But let's talk Chain of Iron because I have so many feelings about it, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's me. Good morning. So let's talk about Chain of Iron. I'm so close to the camera right now. But I was able to read to page 392 last night, and I'm kind of at the part of the book where I want to just scream the entire time. So much is happening, so much angst. I am destroyed. Every turn of this story has destroyed me. Cordelia James, Thomas, Anna, like everything is destroying me. It's also just amping up so well. The murder and kind of the central paranormal plot element, excellent. Paced great. Have no idea who is involved, what's gonna happen next. And then on top of that, all of the dramatic romantic things happening in this book is literally killing me. Like actually killing me. And just like, just so much good within the story I could talk about. But I did want to specifically focus in on two things that I just appreciate in general. One, within the story we get kind of flashbacks to Grace's childhood, which I wasn't expecting to, one, be there at all, or two, like. I feel like Grace as a character is a really interesting one. I think Cassandra Clare could have really gotten away with just making her like not dynamic and not complex, but instead we get a really interesting kind of broken, sad girl that still makes us want to scream at her, but we also can understand in some aspects like why she's doing the things that she's doing, which makes the outcomes all the more painful. I also just feel like we're getting more insight on a variety of characters, like personal demons, like personal roadblocks, which is just heartbreaking and crushing. From Matthew, who you just want to just shake his shoulders and be like, let yourself be loved, stop deflecting, to Anna, same sort of thing, let yourself be loved, stop deflecting. Just all of these characters I feel like so deeply love each other, but also like try to put their own feelings on the back burner, which just creates so many situations where you're emotionally distressed and also just deeply caring for everyone in this book. Which all in all, I just want to say, characters in the story, exceptional. I mean, to say you'll get invested within these plot lines and these friendships and just everything that's going on in the story is an understatement. I love everyone. There is no shift of perspective that I'm not excited to be in. Normally when I feel like there's a strong central romance and main characters, it can be hard to leave them to go on, you know, other adventures with other people, but that is not the case in this story. You just so quickly love everyone and I just can't put it down. Like, this is destroying me in the best ways possible. Like, how will I be whole after finishing this book? I'm not sure yet. I am not sure. Not to mention all the Infernal Devices Easter eggs are so good. I mean, obviously there's a lot of Herondales running around here, so there's just a lot of connections to the characters and the events of the Infernal Devices, which just makes it extra fun. Like, didn't even need it, but thrilled it's there kind of thing. Anyway, it is Sunday morning. I have 250-ish pages left of this book and I'm going to finish this today. I'm going to spend a lot of time reading. No anime consumption until I finish this book, and I will keep you guys posted, but I just wanted to let you know I'm at the point where I just feel like screaming at the top of my lungs because I'm so frustrated. Guys, I'm literally not okay. Alistair and Thomas. I just am not okay. Let the record show I have passed the 500-page mark. I need to get dressed for the day, but I've literally just been sitting here for hours reading this book. I can't put it down. It's so good. Cassandra Clare is a genius. This is just like the best. Like, this is what I want all of my fantasy YA books to be like. Anyway, the mystery, the action, the characters, so good. All right, everyone, I'm happy to report I got dressed, just mustered up what was left of my dignity so I could at least have a breakdown later when I finish Chain of Iron in a cute dress, you know? It's little things keeping me together. Second cup of coffee, Sunday life at its finest. Hi world. So I have passed 560. I have like 90 pages of this book left. I cannot believe how quickly I read this. I feel like I haven't read a book this quickly in years, or maybe last year when Chain of Gold came out. But this book has been an experience. I could easily finish it right now, but I've decided to take a bit of a break and unwind a bit from the emotional stress and watch a K-drama. A nice, relaxing K-drama. Nothing too intense, just peaceful vibes. Specifically, I'm watching Romance is a bonus book. So I'm gonna watch an episode of that right now, and I will finish Chain of Iron later and hopefully have some coherent thoughts for you guys. Ooh. But anyway, it has been such a joy to read, but I also, like, I feel like it's taken over my entire life. And here we go. Just some nice Sunday feels, not about demons, you know? Also, Matilda's been over here enjoying the sun and has been perplexed at all of my exclamations while reading, basically. So she left me and went to her room. Grabbed some delicious Mediterranean food and some smoothies, and now I'm making Clay watch this K-drama with me. Hi friends, heading out on a very special errand to replace these dead tulips. It's the little things, you know? I guess Clay has nothing to say on the point. My favorite thing in the whole wide world, flowers. And look at those beauties. I love spring flowers. Oh, also, Clay got me this new vase. Isn't she pretty? I can't wait to put some peonies in her when those are in season, but tulips are everything. All right, friends, now that tulips are acquired, I am gonna sit down and do some reading. Normally I hate daylight savings time because you lose an hour, but I'm so excited about the prospect of more sunshine that I'm actually really enjoying the day, even though, you know, it's only 23 hours long. But I am gonna sit, do reading. I don't feel like I'm ready for it, but I'm so close to finishing this book. Honestly, I was a little hesitant. Like, I was like, can I read this many pages in one weekend? Apparently yes. Apparently yes, because I cannot put this book down. You guys, I have like 30 pages left of this book, but I stopped because the train is coming off the tracks. Wants to go into the covers, and I can already foresee the train wreck that's gonna happen, and I'm just not ready to confront the pain of that, basically is what I'm trying to say. But the ending of this book has been explosive and just I just been wanting, oh god, it's tearing me apart. It's tearing me apart, and I know the end is going to destroy me even more, and I'm just simply not ready. Okay, I'm not ready, so I'm gonna finish this later. But oh my god, the level of misunderstanding that's happening right now, the angst, look at this, look how little I have left. How am I gonna wait a year for the third book to come out? Cassandra Clare, you've done it again. I decided I deserved a bowl of pre-dinner ice cream with rainbow sprinkles to help deal with some of my emotional distress. Isn't that right, Matilda? Isn't that right? You're such a good girl. You're so good.
Reagan and Matilda in their natural habitat. Coffee, Matilda, cocked head, ice cream bowl, empty, and the K-drama.
Alright guys, it's anime o'clock, and then I'm going to start dinner, and then I will finish Chain of Iron, but I am not ready to face the end of that book yet, so anime first. All right, officially taking a break from anime, and I'm gonna start dinner, which is going to be rather tasty, I think. I'm making Calabrian, shrimp and shrimp and orzo. It says it'll only take like 15 to 25 minutes, which is great because I'm rather hungry, and it looks good. I love shrimp. So we're gonna get started now. And of course, back with another delicious Blue Apron meal. This part of the vlog is not sponsored. I just truthfully cook with them all the time, and this looks absolutely delicious. Yum! Smells so good. And a bone appetit. All right, world, dinner is consumed. There's no more putting it off. I'm gonna read the last 30 pages of Chain of Iron, and I'm not ready, but it has to happen. Let's do it. How does Cassandra Clare expect us to wait a whole year for the next book? Alright, so as you just witnessed, I finished Chain of Iron. It was so good. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10. This reading experience was a blast. Like, it destroyed every fiber of my soul, and the wait for the next one is going to be agonizing, but like, removing myself from the pain of it, it was so much fun. I was sucked in to the 650 page book immediately, did not want to put it down, so invested in all of the characters, all of the plot lines. Like, it was thrilling. In my opinion, this is truly like exactly what I was wanting and hoping for. And like, often when I'm picking up like angsty YA fantasy, Like, to me, this is the creme de la creme of that, you know? Like, it had it all. It was engaging, entertaining, it had emotional weight, it had wonderful characters and banter. I didn't want to put this book down. Like, 5 out of 5 stars. This series is amazing. It's so much fun, but also will destroy you. But like, I don't know how, like, this next year is going to be agonizing, but like, I'm so excited to be in pain with the fandom, you know? Like, oh god, Cassandra Clare is just so good. Like, she's so wonderful at thinking of the most painful ways to keep characters apart, and they just seem so destined to be together. But like, the ways in which they're separated, like, these hurdles are real ones, so it's logical that they can't overcome them right away. So it creates the most emotionally unbearable circumstances that like makes you want to just like scream. But that's what makes the book and reading experience so fun, because it gets such a reaction out of you. And I'm just, it's been a while since I've read a YA fantasy book that has made me want to like throw it across the room. So for that reason, like, I'm so grateful for this book and for this vlog and for this reading experience, because I had the best time. Like, will I be thinking about these characters for a while? Yes. Am I really angry that I'm gonna have to wait so long to figure out what happens next? Yes. But that's the point. That's why we do this. That's why we pick up books, is to feel something, right? So anyway, 5 out of 5 stars. Incredible stuff here, guys. Incredible stuff. The whole crew. I love everyone. Anyway, I need to decompress, sit with my thoughts with this book, message a bunch of people, and just like, I don't know, scream, I guess. But this was great. Loved it. Hopefully this vlog was at some point coherent, because it's kind of tricky because it's the second book in the series, so I don't want to be spoilery, but I also have so many feelings. But yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Clay now. And wow, Cassandra Clare, you keep doing it, man. You keep doing it. Hey Millie, would you summon demons or would you fight demons? I have a feeling you might be this, you might summon them. If I was a guessing girl. Time to unwind, and I will wrap this vlog up in the morning, folks. Oh, why isn't this loading? We're watching March Comes In Like a Lion.
March.
We are shogi players now. It's kind of like Queen's Gambit mixed with peaceful vibes. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna watch this. Hi guys, it's Reagan, and welcome to the end of the vlog. The next day, just popping in to remind you, if you forgot somehow, that I read the entirety of Chain of Iron for this vlog and loved every single second of it. Obviously, I'm a little fearful to edit back this footage, I'm not gonna lie, but this was so much fun to read. I loved every single second of it. I mean, talk about an incredible second book to a series. Would obviously highly recommend the Last Hours trilogy, but also a lot of her more recent trilogies. Personally, I would start with the Infernal Devices and just kind of go from there. I just think they're so much fun and they still hold up to this day. Again, big shout out to this video sponsor, which is Blue Apron. I am in love with them and their service. So again, I'll have their offer linked down below. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye.